Let them know to share it.
Yes, sir. Here we go, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Man, we got a doozy tonight. We want to welcome everybody. Also, Dave sent some invites out today to some followers and friends. Darren did the same. Pancho did the same. Please, we want to say thank you to everybody. Please to make sure to share and like the link on Facebook and also YouTube. We're trying to get our YouTube followers up. We need your help to do that, man. The more content, the merrier. We're going to do that. But without further ado, let me introduce my host and co-host. What's up, Mr. Pancho Gonzalez?
What's up, man? Ain't much in the news, but they got some soccer. They got some other fun stuff, off-brand stuff coming through.
We got some late coming in stuff we'll talk about. Look, we know him as, he wants to say straight up Dave. We know him as The Voice. What's up, Dave Robin?
Hey, what's up, guys, man? What's going on? Pell Summer League. Watching some of these rookies, man, seeing what we can find in the draft, you know?
Yeah, and of course, last but not least, we call him the coach, but he's the burner. What's up, Darren?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today on this rainy-ass day?
Man, the weather's been miserable the last couple of days. That's crazy, man.
Can't even get no practice in, man. Can't get no practice in. The boys are getting lucky.
Well, listen, let's talk about this summer league a little bit. Dave want to dive into a little bit. Dave, what rookies you impressed with this year?
Hey, Fatty's in. Fatty's in.
I want to let everybody in the chat know I'm sharing the link to the YouTube channel now. So if you want to click on it, go subscribe. That would be great.
Yeah,
thank you, Fatty. Thank you for that. Go ahead, Dave.
Man, so far, I mean, dude, I'm worried about the Pelicans first and foremost. I think we're seeing a surprise star come about, guys, in terms of summer league play. 22, he was a second-round pick, Carlo Makovic, man. I mean, this guy just earned himself a 3-year deal. I mean, he's playing his ass off right now, 11 of 13 the other night for 25 points. I don't know if he's going to be the solution at center, man, but I tell you, he's giving you reason to be a little excited, Eve's Missy, our first-round pick, looks really good. So, I mean, I'm looking at the Pels first and foremost. I'm seeing some other guys around the league that are kind of hitting and missing right now in summer league. But, I mean, I know the big guy we're going to talk about at some point is Bronny James. But the Pels, man, the two big men to me are the most important aspect of summer league right now. They're playing really well. They look locked in on both sides of the ball.
I'll tell you what, Dave, talking about Bronny, did you see that? I just went on ESPN a little while ago, and the betting odds, he's moving up the charts for Rookie of the Year. That's insane to me. I don't understand that. I
think it's a betting thing, Rich, man. I think it's something to do with Vegas. I wouldn't put much stock into it, but it's kind of a Vegas gimmick bet, I guess, right now.
What you think about that, Pancho?
Yeah, again, you're trying to push the product of the NBA. So Bronny James is the topic of the NBA. So not that you want Bronny to be the face, but you're trying to push and have the talking it while it's off season. There's nothing going on. So as long as you got something NBA to talk about, the Lakers are loving it right now. So again, it was, you knew that the circus was going to come at some point, or even continue. Even talks about him being a possible starter, even going. I mean, he's had 18 total points in 5 games. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know how much you hang your hat there. So I mean, it's.
Do you think it's Darren? What's your thoughts on it?
All right. So look, as a coach, there's a couple of things you can't teach. You can't teach heart, can't teach hustle, and defensively and basketball isn't really taught. That's something that you got to be aggressive. That's 3 things the kid has. You don't have 18 points in 5 games for sure. You had 12 last night, 5 of 11, couple of 3-pointers. Listen to me. You never know. This kid might come in something. His dad is one of the greatest ever. So whether you like him or not, He's one of the greatest ever, so he's been around it. I actually think that the brother's going to be better than both of them. I mean, that's my opinion.
It's a bold take, going better than LeBron, but I think better than Bronny. I think, Darren, I'd probably bet on that part. It's no offense to Bronny. I just think the younger one has a little more upside.
He's got more upside than both of them. He's just as good as LeBron was at that age, and bigger, strong, fast, can shoot, pull up. Defensively, he's better. The kid's going to be really good. That's all I know.
Yeah. So listen, I wanted to dive into something a little bit and get your opinion on it today. It was actually published this morning. I seen it on all of the major networks. ESPN came out with the 21st century greatest 100 athletes, not any sport, just pure athletes. It was shocking to me. Don't get me wrong. I think she's the greatest tennis player of all time. Serena Williams came in at number 1. Messi.
Wait. Of all athletes?
Yes.
Are they nuts?
Messi, soccer player, came in at number 2.
He's better than Serena, but he's not number 2.
Michael Phelps came in at number 4.
If you're going off of power,
wait, hold on. Who's 3?
Michael Phelps.
No, I thought you said he came in at 4.
No, I'm sorry. Phelps came in at 3.
Who's at 4?
LeBron James.
Wait, man, listen to me. Take the list, do this with it, throw that shit in the trash.
Absolutely.
Stuff in the trash.
First
There's probably a fucking guy who's a cyclist, just like number 5 or something like that.
Dave, we know F-bombing.
It's insane, and you know what the crazy
violating
part about
it, man.
Listen, I give the man shit, but you know what the crazy part about it is? I don't care what nobody says. How you don't have any list with any athlete and leave off Michael Jordan? He wasn't even in the top 10.
Well, no, Richie, this is 2000. It's 2000. It's this century.
Okay, fine. But still,
that's why you don't see Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this century.
So that's a better understanding.
All right, fellas, listen.
And then your next step is you have to think. You can't think United States.
Stop it.
You got to think worldwide. That's why you got Messi. Serena is a worldwide that's traveled the world and played in tournaments worldwide.
Yeah.
So you got to think that big first, and then you can dwindle down to the biggest in the United States. Because they big in the United States doesn't mean they're big in China. You get what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
Darren.
We got some comments here. Gina. Hey Gina, thank you for sharing. Brian, good afternoon. Let's see what else we got here. We got
Jerry.
Let's see. Jerry from Big Easy Mafia, man. What's up? Shout out to Big Easy Mafia. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Allman Outdoor says he's not NBA material at this point. He just got paid a couple million in the NBA, so that argument is ceased.
And guaranteed. And guaranteed.
Huh?
And guaranteed.
And guaranteed. Jason said USA basketball isn't going to run away with it. Jared, I'm not too sure what you've been watching, but they're going to blow everybody out by 20 points.
I think
Canada's good.
I think France will give them a run for their money.
Watch Canada, guys. Look at Canada's team.
I'll give you France in 12 right now.
Canada's going to be the silver medal. I'll bet money on it.
Jeremy, I'll give you France in 12. And I think France comes in bronze, Canada silver. We take the gold. That's what I think my 1, 2, and 3 is.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
Hey, Jared Chason says Tom Brady should be number 1 without a doubt. And yes, he should be. Yeah. And if you
Absolutely
don't,
not.
and if you're not saying
LeBron Brady 1, 2, whatever order you want to do it in.
Absolutely. Who's better than him?
I think even Dave would agree with me in this century right now. If you're going to do that LeBron James should be number 1.
No,
it's hard, man. It is, Richie. And you know
how many championships LeBron's got this century? 1?
No, all of his championships of this century.
Darren. So Darren.
That's right. Hey, I was thinking decades.
Hey, look, last century, Darren, he was in like middle school, man.
What's up, Shane? What's up, Justin? Shane says France been getting that ass whip.
Yeah, I mean.
Scenario,
I mean, who the fuck's playing point guard? Pepe Le Pew? I mean, France ain't doing shit.
Shane, they got the Williams sister number 1, the greatest athlete of the century, not the decade. Darren's an idiot.
Are you going off of popularity? You're not going off of skill. You're going off of popularity.
Well, that's the same thing with the Pro Bowl.
I know,
right. No, Darren, great point, Darren. Great point.
Again, Messi is probably the biggest worldwide there is. Like, you and I don't think that. but he realistically, I think he got paid some ridiculous amount of money to play soccer in Miami. It's like he makes soccer players make tons of money, bro, and it's unreal, and they worldwide. It's just not.
Hey, y'all.
But Darren, you brought up a great point. You're talking about what have they done lately, right? Where's Patrick Mahomes on this list?
Oh, I said Pat Mahomes should be on the list, but
Yeah,
he
should be top 5.
I mean, if you're talking about overall athletes, that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot and lot.
Yeah, I mean, look, the problem is too, you're going to get every sport there is, dude. How many sports is even featured in this thing?
Everybody's forgetting about Usain Bolt.
That wasn't this century though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because Michael Johnson was the previous guy, right?
Yeah, Usain was in like 2010 or so, maybe before that, a little before that.
I mean, how many different sports though are featured, guys? I mean, it's probably like every sport imaginable in this thing.
Yeah, and look, I'm gonna take this angle and take your heart out of it. So this was an impossible task, Steve. Whoever did it it's impossible to rank 1 through 5 or 5 through 10. I mean, you can throw a knife at it and see what sticks, but it's an impossible. I mean, because it's a personal opinion of someone, and who that is.
But like I said, Pancho, like I said, you covering like you said, it's somebody that's trying to get noticed for an article. I understand it's a nice gesture, but it's really somebody just trying to make an impact. I mean, like you said, you can't compare genres. You can't compare Jack Meehoff, the best, underwater basket weaver on the planet, to like the best boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like, but look, you can't compare like different subjects like that. It's just impossible.
Hey, but listen, Dave, Jerry just now said Pat Mahomes is on the list, but they said that this list is since 2020. I don't think the Williams did shit in the last 4 years.
I think it's just I think it's since 2000. I'm pretty sure it's since 2000.
Well, Jerry said it's 2020, but that can't be possible because the Williams ain't did nothing.
No, it's 2000. I looked at it right before I went on here. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's this century.
Actually, Richie was wrong.
Go figure.
It's 2020?
Michael Phelps is number 1.
Oh, no, but it's 2000s, and because Phelps didn't do anything.
Williams is number 2.
We got conflict in lists here. We got to figure it out.
Messi 3, LeBron James 4, and Tom Brady 5.
Who's number 2?
Serena.
Okay. Venus and Serena.
So Darren,
do we have the weirdest sport mentioned on there? Like, what's the most most ludicrous sport that's on there?
No. Darren, so out of this list, I heard this list earlier. So where?
Hey, Shane's got the greatest point out of everybody, including us. Shane says greatest athlete of the century. Athlete being the key word. The hardest thing is to actually define what athlete means to people. To me, Brady isn't a great athlete, but he's the GOAT for quarterback. That is accurate as hell.
Well, right. I mean, Darren, when you say Taysom Hill would be a better athlete than Tom Brady?
I think that Taysom Hill is the greatest football player to ever play in the NFL.
Right. What? And like what Shane said, he's a better pure athlete. He's faster. He can do more things athletically.
Listen to me. Hold on. I'm going to go to my grave with that. Can he throw a ball better than Pat Mahomes? No. But guess what? He can throw it for a touchdown. Can he run better than Pat Mahomes? Absolutely. Can Pat Mahomes get down in a 3-point stance and go get a sack? Not going to happen. He's not going to
pass 20 yards downfield. He's not
going to catch a pass. I said overall athlete, the overall greatest football player in the NFL history.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem with the list. When you got somebody like Serena Williams at number 2, and let's see, I'm just going to pick, and like I think Randy Moss at 25.
Randy Moss? Are we talking about last century?
Well, no, it's all this. It's all this century.
2000.
We'll be talking the last 100 years.
Randy Moss has been retired for 10 years.
Yeah, but
has it been that long?
But what is career though?
Has it?
Yeah, since 2000. So again, guys, I mean,
it's I don't know how they rated this list.
So that's the problem. Listen, this is
because you can't put women against the men. I'm sorry.
Yes, Shane. Yes, Shane. Shane is right. He is.
It's a worldwide. It's a worldwide list. It's not United States based athletes.
Right.
Listen,
you get what I'm saying? And then again, like I said, Ed Reed, I believe, is at 99.
Who's that? Somebody said pickleball.
But
Yeah,
Derek
it's my
Jeter is at
opinion. So,
53,
there's no point
bro.
going on Sure.
Come on, Derek Jeter's at 53.
Listen, if you ask me, Darren, I would say this. If you ask me, and nothing to do with centuries, if you did all-time greatest athlete, to me, this is just me, and y'all know I can't stand this guy. To me, the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my entire life is Deion Sanders.
Yeah, but that's the last century, yeah.
I'm saying of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And remember,
Lloyd, I got a question. Hold on.
That's 2000s. That's
Lloyd,
2000s.
time out, guys. I got a guy. I didn't hear his name. Maybe I couldn't hear you guys, but where's Kobe Bryant?
Good one.
Because, I mean, he came out in 1990, I mean, he started out in 96 or 97, but, I mean, let's be real. His legacy took place in this century.
What about
Brandon,
Steph Curry?
I'm going to get to you in a minute, Brandon.
You make a great point. Dave.
I mean, Kobe Bryant, to me, should be top 5 in this list. And I hate the damn Lakers, but I'm saying, let's be real. Kobe should be on this list.
But hold on. Everybody can't be top 5. That's where this category's got to go down. I can't stand rest in peace. I couldn't stand Kobe, and I can't stand the Lakers. But you had to respect the man's greatness.
Oh, no, dude, look, I'm going to say, look, Darren, I'm the same way, dude. I hated that. I watched so many games here where Kobe ripped our hearts out in the last second of a game with a huge shot or something. But, I mean, dude, and this is well before he passed away. When that guy retired, like, my respect for him, I just look back. You know, I hated the guy on the floor. But, I mean, he was one of the top 3 ever, dude. I mean, to me, his impact on basketball, you can make a case he's made as much of an impact as LeBron has.
The reason I say that is about Deion is because I think a couple of shows back, we all agreed one of the hardest thing to do in sports is to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
I mean, Deion, look, hold on. I got one better than Deion, Bo Jackson.
Not long enough. Not long enough.
I'm going to tell you this. Well, hold on. Hear me out, though. The hip injury, that's the problem. But Bo was a significantly better baseball player than Deion ever was.
He was better at both sports, but he got hurt, so you can't argue about that.
I'm just saying, even though he did it, how long he played in the NFL? What, 5 years roughly? I don't know what it was exactly, but I mean, it's a shame that it ended as abruptly as it did with the hip injury. But man, was there a better athlete?
The only reason they give the GOAT status to NFL players, quarterbacks, is because of the quarterback position. But if you're going to sit in and ask me who the greatest football player of all time is, it's Deion Sanders. I'm going to say that.
Come on, get out of here. Come on. Go see.
I mean, you got to think big.
I can't hear anything. What you're doing?
You're not Texas and Atlanta wide. You got to think worldwide. You know, guys like Tony Hawk is probably up there. I haven't looked. I only know, I know Ed Reed was at 98 because I heard it on the radio or something. Ed Reed was 98. But again, you're talking about a worldwide.
Why would you think they have Ed Reed up there? And I think Troy Polamalu was a better safety than Ed Reed.
I don't know where Troy's listed. Somebody threw out Ed Reed at 98, which I understand because you're talking about every sport out there. But again, the list is impossible. But
don't get me wrong, I got Ed and Polamalu both 1A.
No, Richie, I agree. Polamalu's up there, no doubt about it, man. But Ed Reed to me is probably the guy, man.
I'm not gonna argue it. Look, I can't disagree. Look, I'm not gonna argue the point because it can go either way. I'm not gonna.
Let's move subject. Has anybody watched the All-Star games this weekend at all?
I have.
Bro, we are not talking about that damn. We will not talk about that stuff. We ain't talking about that.
What's that?
I know you heard. Listen to me. That girl can't carry a tune in a bucket. She was drunk. That girl was on drugs. That's drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Kids.
That girl got roofied. Look, dude. Hey, look. Somebody went to Black Doug instead of White Doug on that one, man. They got the wrong medicine that night in Vegas.
Read that last comment by the oilman.
I'm reading. Hey, hold on. I got a couple I need to catch up on. No one will ever have the same opinion of an athlete because the world and sports are looked upon differently. That's a fact. Hey, shout out to the Allman Outdoors. He's got some good stuff. I got my hat on the way. Richie, thank you for hooking me and him up. Another thing, let's give a shout out to Brandon Keeley. He's part of the Sports Nuts. Y'all check out their page.
Yeah.
They just now signed Angel Reese and who the hell else he said? Angel Reese and Asia Wilson committed to going to his show.
Really? That's what we need, bro. Come on, man. What's up?
They're good people, man. They based out of Atlanta. That's about the only thing out of Atlanta I can say that I like. But you know,
I heard there's some special entertainment places that people tend to like out there, but that's another podcast in itself.
let's send a shout out to Big Easy Mafia, man. Go like their page also.
Definitely. Hey, don't forget about Fatty neither. Don't forget Fatty, the Bayou Geeks.
The Bayou Geeks. The Bayou Geeks.
Look,
you know that?
The Big Easy Mafia, it's a sign up thing. You sign up, they give you a coin, it's a travel coin. You get some stickers. So yeah, get with Eric on Big Easy Mafia and get some loot, man.
Hey guys,
one of the biggest two out there.
If y'all don't mind, I want to touch on Darren. I want to touch on LSU a little bit. What you hearing out of camp? Nussmeier here is looking good.
I want to finish on the MLB, bro. Hey, did y'all see what? Well, for 1 second, did y'all see what Ohtani done in an All-Star game, bro? Like the freak. Ohtani is probably a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, dude. If you watch what Ohtani does, you're watching something Babe Ruth will probably only be able to touch as far as hitting and pitching.
Jason, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
On the other hand, you got Paul Skeens, man, going lights out. So,
hold on, Pancho. I gotta interrupt for a second, man. There's somebody in this podcast back in like late April said Paul Skeens might be the best pitcher in the league in a few months. I'm just gonna say somebody said that on this podcast.
No way. You didn't say that. We got to pull it up.
I saw that dude pitch twice, and I said that dude is about to have his third start. You can go back. Anybody wants to find it, Fatty? We need to clip these damn things, y'all. Hit up Reels, all right? And we need to reach our newer audience on Reels. A bunch of 10-year-olds flipping through videos. But anyway, if those 10-year-olds, they will see me call Paul Skeens and say, "Hey, that dude is dude." I'm telling you, I haven't seen anybody like him. That dude could have a chance to be one of the top 3 pitchers of all time if he stays healthy.
Dave, don't you agree with Pancho Ohtani's probably the best player in Major League Baseball right now?
Yes.
Say that again?
Don't you agree with Pancho Ohtani might be the best
Oh, no, Ohtani's a rare – on that list of 100, he should be in the top – I know I keep saying everybody's in the top 5, but he's at least top 20. He should be because, I mean, there's going to be –
again, Dave, that's a big top 5 list. If
no, dude, but like Pancho said, that rarity – No, hold on. I know my top 5 is like – I know I've added like exponential numbers and shit here, but dude, Ohtani, dude, no, Pancho's right. Rare skill set. I mean, you'll never see a guy since Babe Ruth who can hit and pitch at an elite level like that, dude.
Yeah, I tell you, man. So look, that was a great comment, Pancho. That was really good. Thank you for bringing it up. So Darren, let's talk a little LSU. What you seeing in camp? What you got?
Aiden, get on the bus. That's all I can tell you. The Gus bus, man. The kid's looking good. We just signed the #1 cornerback in the nation coming next year. He's going to be early enrolling.
Two-way player, man. One of the greatest in the country. One right now.
Dude, listen, look, the people can hate on LSU, and I understand, y'all. Look, if you don't have haters, that means you're not good. Nobody wants to play in Death Valley at nighttime, not even Nick Saban. That's why he asks us for 3 o'clock games. You know what I mean? Brian Kelly's a stud. I'm sitting here looking up some stuff right now, you know what I mean, about LSU, but man.
Hey Darren, what's your expectation for LSU this year? Like, where do you see them finishing like in a range?
So you got 10 regular season games. I'm gonna give us like 8-2, 9-1. I mean, you gotta remember something. Alabama, I'm not gonna say they didn't lose much in the coaching because you're talking about the GOAT. I hate Nick Saban since he left LSU, but I mean he went to Miami and then went to Alabama. It ain't like he left LSU to go to Alabama, but he's the greatest he's the greatest coach in history of the college. So 9-1, 10-9-1, 8-2. If we get lucky and we go 9-1, I can see us sneaking into the playoffs.
So Darren, this is what's gonna happen. This is what I see happen. Straight off the bat, you're going to Las Vegas and you're going against Richie's team over there, USC. First game.
Listen to me. That game ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. LSU's going to beat the shit out them people. You know why?
No shot.
Listen to me. Go. Listen, Mr. USC. You better go read your homework. They don't even want to play LSU. They asked to back out of it.
That was false.
That ain't false. That came from both of the coaches, managers. That's not false. We're going to beat the shit out of USC.
Mark your first loss of the season right now. Go ahead.
Hey, I'll beat the shit out of them people.
I'll give you 14 points in LSU.
All right, what we betting on it then? Right here in front of everybody. Whatever you want. Hey, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. The loser has to take 5 shots of tequila straight.
No, he's right. No, Darren's right. I don't see that game.
Challenge accepted.
Me and the Oilers will be in Vegas for that game, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I agree with Darren. I don't think the game's gonna be close. It's completely unmatched. But
they lost a lot too, though. You gotta remember they lost a lot. LSU's got a lot coming in. Their backup quarterback is not good. I mean, they losing the number 1 overall pick, the Heisman Trophy winner.
You know what he said? Read that comment.
Oh shit.
So, look, Rich, just wait. So again, I mean, everybody had LSU beating Florida State.
Man.
Everybody had LSU beating Florida State last year at the opener. When that first game is very pivotal of the way your season goes. If Nussmeier goes there and just fucking tanks, I'm sorry, but it's cursing, but tanks on the first game, it could get ugly real quick. Now Nussmeier's he's been there 3 years. He's waited his turn, senior. So he's ready to rip and run.
Yeah, but Pancho, you're talking about apples and oranges. You're talking about 6 versus 8 last year. USC's not ranked. USC's coming in under.
They're ranked, Darren.
What are they in 20th?
20. Yeah, but LSU's ranked 12.
But apples and oranges, bro.
You just said that you think
look at the rankings last year. It was something compatible. But again, me not being a huge I'm an LSU fan, but I'm not a diehard by any means.
All right, Darren. You said
you got a lot of pieces that have to come together.
Hold on a second. What Shane Van said? I can't find it.
They haven't commanded, he hasn't commanded the team yet. So hopefully he could do something. Like I said, if not, it can get ugly real quick. You only can build up the hype, but you also got to produce on the field.
Let me ask you this: offensively, who replaces Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors?
Okay, that's a big question, Darren.
I mean, we talk about quarterback, and all I hear is about Nussmeier. And Darren, I'm not doubting you, man. I'm just talking about friends of mine. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is there anybody in house that replaces 2 first-round pick receivers?
Listen to me. Nobody's going to be able to replace them guys. All right. Look, you're talking about 2 studs. You get what I mean? You're just going to need somebody who's going to be able to fill in right there. Remember, we got a stable of running backs coming. I see Shane said something, but for some reason, I can't see Shane's comments. But he's a Florida fan, so he's probably busting my balls. But that's
Where's
my brother.
Florida at? Where's Florida ranked, guys?
Yeah. But listen to me. I think so. Since we talking SEC, I think Florida is going to have a lot better of a season than what ESPN's giving them. Like they hanging them to dry, bro. They hanging them to dry, saying 4. Somebody said 4 wins. Florida's not going to win 4 wins. It's not going to be 4. Florida's a 7-win team. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So they're unranked. I haven't looked at the top 25. I'll be real with you. I'm sitting there learning on the fly with you guys.
Michigan's number 1, Dave.
Michigan, okay. So, I mean, that's a bold statement too, man, after some changes over there.
Damn, Shane gave us credit. I'm about to fall out right now. Somebody call an ambulance for me.
Michigan and Washington and Texas are top 3.
Gotcha. And look, and Richie, those guys lost coaches, players. I mean, so everybody's losing somebody. Let's be real.
Even with Alabama losing arguably the greatest coach in college history, they still rank 5th.
I mean, hey, Darren, you're the big college football guy, right? You and Richie, I would guess me and Pancho are kind of casuals when it comes to college. Yeah. I mean, is Alabama bringing back a team that's, I mean, like, did they lose less than, say, LSU lost, obviously?
I mean, listen, Alabama's always going to lose people. I mean, so is LSU. Right. So is
me and Darren both agree they got a big hole at quarterback at Alabama.
Right.
I do, but let me tell you something. I'm not too sure, man. The kid kind of came into himself a little bit towards the end of the season last year. Remember, he was still really, really green. He's a hell of an athlete, that's for sure. If you can't tell by the LSU game, we had him pinned up, and he didn't have nobody who run the damn ball for 20-something yards for first down on us.
Darren, I think you would agree with me. On this. I think they got Texas. Just me personally, I think Texas should be ranked ahead of Washington.
Texas got a problem too, though, man. They didn't look too good in their spring game, and I know it's a spring game. What you're gonna give it, but the problem with it is, I think Arch might be better than their starting quarterback, and they're not gonna give it to Arch. And I don't like Arch. I didn't think Arch was good coming out of high school. He definitely not a 5-star. He's a Manning. That's why he got the 5-star. I went and watched 2 games from him. I wasn't really impressed. He does have good legs. He can run better than any of the Mannings besides his dad. He's got a good deep ball. But I think that's going to be the problem because, eternally, if they start losing, they're going to be looking at the coach like, hey, you're going to make this change. And when he don't make the change, that's what tears the team apart.
But Darren, I agree with Pancho. Don't get me wrong, because listen, I know I'm rooting for LSU again now. We
know.
But listen, Pancho's kind of right. It's either make or break with Nussmeier. I mean, I agree with Pancho. It could go fat. It could go bad really quick. It could.
I agree.
Well, that's with anybody. That's with anybody. But again, so in college,
come on, Brandon,
you tend to get your quarterbacks as a freshman, and they tend to start sophomore. And it's hard to throw a dart and say you're gonna play just the senior year and expect the speed of the game to be there for you at the first game. Yeah. Darren could tell you it takes time to get used to that speed. Now, did he get used to that speed in practice? Because he really doesn't have much game time. And if you're hanging your season on that, man, that can be a rough go.
Yeah.
Well, hey, real quick, where's Colorado at?
What?
Oh, Dave, don't start this shit this early.
They're not ranked, Dave.
They're not ranked, really.
Nope.
That's a surprise to me, man. I think they're going to be decent, man.
Brandon brought up a great point, Darren. You agree with me. I think the sleeper in college football is that Ole Miss, man. They got a good squad coming back.
I said that in the podcast a couple of weeks ago or something about Ole Miss. I do think Ole Miss they're going to be good. Brandon said Colorado's going to go 3-9. Wait, hold on. What the hell 3-9?
Damn, that's Richie's burner account, man. Ain't no fucking Brandon. That's Richie, man.
Hold on. They play 12 games?
What's that?
Hold on. Yes. Regular season 12 games?
Yes.
What the hell was that? 9-1 with LSU. Then I'm an idiot.
Hey, Darren. What's a quarterback for Ole Miss, man? I can't think of his name.
Is it Dart still?
Is it the kid that played last year, man? I'm having a blank, but he impressed me, man. You talk about a guy that had a good second half. That kid was money.
Jackson Dart, I think is his name.
Yes, Dart. Yeah, he was balling, dude. I mean, we saw it firsthand in that shootout game with LSU. I mean, that kid could play.
He's an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
Athletes, listen to me. The days of Peyton Manning's are over with.
Yeah.
If you can't run the ball no more, it's over with. I watch probably more high school football than anybody on the podcast besides maybe Richie. But Richie is a show guy, but I watch all games. But listen, these kids are rolling. They're rolling out. If they don't see nobody, they're hauling ass, man. That's just part of the game nowadays.
I think for the first time in a very long time, the college football this year, I think it's wide open. If I'm being honest.
Don, he does got some wheels on him, Jackson.
Real quick, hey, who do you guys, if you had to put a consensus, who's the top quarterback coming out next year?
Sanders? I mean, they got Sanders up there.
I think it's got to be Sanders, right?
I think, you know what? We just got you talking about him a minute ago.
No.
If Nussmeier has a great year, he might move into – he's a Heisman hopeful right now. He's in the top 3 right now for Heisman.
Well, look, Richie, like you said, it's not like the other LSU quarterbacks who've gone on to be top 5 picks have had 3-year starting gigs at LSU. You know what I mean?
I think Georgia has Carson Beck coming out this year.
I want to say, I'm not sure if I'm right about isn't the Oregon quarterback? Didn't he? He's still. I think he's got one more year. But you're right, Dave. That's why
Oregon quarterback was Bo Nix, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, him and Troy Franklin are with good old Sean Payton.
Ain't he in Denver now?
Yeah, him and Troy Franklin. He took his wide receiver with him.
Hey, your boy. Hey, I think the quarterback that I'm taking is what's his name? Beck, Georgia.
Yeah, he's Carson Beck. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. There's only Hawaii has 13 games. It's called the Hawaii rule. That's crazy. Carson Beck, Beck. Yeah, everybody's saying Beck. Somebody said Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, Carson Beck, though, I think Beck's definitely top probably 5 this year, man. I mean, he could be the number 1 pick. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Wait, hold on. Dylan Gabriel he was the number 2 quarterback last year. We got to give him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We got to give him a little bit of time, Brandon. We ain't going to go ahead and say that too much.
You know, Pancho, maybe you could check this. Is Sanders is he considered a Heisman hopeful this year?
Yeah, if you top 5, you got to be a Heisman.
Hey, who'd you ask, Richie?
If Shedeur Sanders is a Heisman hopeful.
Oh yeah, he's got to be. He's got. Well, what about Travis Hunter as well?
Travis Hunter is coming out this year too, I believe. So
yeah. So I mean, Colorado's likely to have 2 top, 15 picks in this draft, but like you said, the rest of that team's a big question over there.
That ain't gonna happen. You have one, and his last name's not Sanders.
What's that?
Colorado's gonna have one big pick, and it ain't gonna be Sanders.
You don't think? Man, I'm calling Shedeur. I think he's top 15, man.
I don't think. Listen, I'm not saying the kid's bad. I'm just saying that I don't think that the OC kind of helps him when everybody plays into him as a defensive coordinator. My job is, look, you got to cut the head off the snake. If you cut the head off the snake, then guess what? That's 50% of the game.
I want to see though how that kid evolves from this year, from last season. I mean, he showed a lot of raw talent for sure.
Dave, I want to listen. We talked about a little bit. I want to dive in a little bit of fantasy. Me and Dave's been talking about it all week. I want to dive into that a little bit this last 10 minutes here. Dave, who right now? Who you got in your? We're gonna go with your famous top 5. In your top 5 right now, who you got overall in Dynasty? And listen, people understand Dynasty's Dynasty, so you got to look at that. In Dynasty, who you got right now ranking your top 5 coming off the board?
Top 5 Dynasty. Man, I tell you, Bijan Robinson's got to be up there at the top. I'd have to say, obviously, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I would say Jahmyr Gibbs has to be there. I mean, if you play in a two quarterback league, that's another thing too. I mean, you can throw a quarterback in there if you're playing like a super flex QB thing. But man,
good night, Brandon. Good night, Brandon. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, brother. Thank y'all for tuning in. But Dave, you don't find it? Gibbs kind of scares me away because Campbell's come out and said that Montgomery's still going to be the starter.
I don't listen, dude. He's blowing smoke up everybody's asses on that one. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, dude. Look. That dude can ball, man. I mean, he that offense goes to another gear when he's in there, and he could do it all.
It's funny, all the people you just mentioned, I'm surprised you didn't say CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, no, I mean, well, CeeDee's in there. I think I might have named 4, and I was trying to think of a good 5th guy, but CeeDee Lamb, yeah, I mean, he's right up there, absolutely.
Yeah, but what's the deal with him? Is he trying to get traded?
I think the contract situation is hurting his draft status. Right
I think Brandon Ayuk stole his thunder a little bit.
What's up, Troy? Nola Gardner checking in. What's up?
Talking to contracts, bro. AK's having issues too, man.
So, Dave, you know what? I want to get your opinion on this. It's just strictly rankings. We did a little thing the other night. It's a full PPR league in wide receivers. They believe it or not, they had Amon St. Brown ranked number 1.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think I love Amon-Ra St. Brown, man. I think he could easily be the number 1 receiver this year.
Do you think more in PPR versus?
I mean, yeah, because I think he's that guy. I mean, Goff's looking for him. I mean, it's him and Laporta, and everybody else, in that passing game just feeds off of them. I mean, Laporta and St. Brown, they're top 3 at their positions, respectively.
Pancho, how much are fantasy owners kind of nervous about the Jefferson situation with the quarterback situation there?
I mean, obviously, whenever you got quarterback changes, you got position changes, coaching changes or whatnot. You always got to throw the caution to the wind at some point. But again, you can't base it off of that. It plays a factor into it. The talent, the talent's there. It just depends, on the QB. Couldn't he make it happen? I mean, him and Kirk Cousins had a connection. They made it happen. It's just a matter, if Carr and Olave can get on the same page. I mean, Olave's got the talent. I mean, people got talent. You just got to have that right connection,
Darren, I want your opinion. What about AK? Do you see him taking a step back this year? Do you think he's going to be pushed?
Well, first off, if he's even going to play, because from what they're saying is he might sit out. If he sits out, though, he's out the NFL. I mean, he's almost 30. He's got 2 years left on his contract. So, that's what it is. We got a comment. Jerry said, what about McCaffrey, David? You wouldn't put him in the top 5?
Yeah, I miss McCaffrey, man. Look, Richie hit me out of nowhere at that question, man.
Hold on. You mean all right? So
Dave, I think me and you would agree. Not in Dynasty. I would not.
Okay. So hold on.
But
Richie,
Dynasty, Richie, that's a key word. You're right. Dynasty is a key word there.
Hey, hold on now. We have some viewers that might understand what Dynasty means. Richie, why don't you just give us a quick recap of what Dynasty means for us?
Listen, the key word between Dave will say this: Dynasty and Keeper is kind of similar, but not. Dynasty, you can keep so many players from the previous year on your roster, where it is Keeper League, you keep your full roster. Now, depending on if you're in a salary cap league, which Dave, by the way, you need to make sure you share that with people, which new Sleepers League you're doing.
Y'all, we all getting in that shit, y'all. It's going to be a fun competition on this.
If Dave can hear, what we're kind of saying, Darren, is if me and Dave started a Keeper League today, a Dynasty League, I wouldn't take Christian McCaffrey number one because you get to keep the player. And Christian McCaffrey, we can all agree, maybe he's got 3 years left. Maybe 2 top. So I would gear to more towards Priest Hall and probably maybe what you think, Dave?
Look, and Richie, just to give an example of that, our buddy Chris Knowles, who does some shows with us. And Chris just was in a league, and you know what kind of trade he just made, and it's not a bad trade, but this goes to show you Dynasty versus redraft. He just traded Christian McCaffrey for the rights to the number 1 pick, where he drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. in our rookie draft. Because Dynasty, you do a rookie draft every year. Remember that.
Yeah. Hey, Fatty, do me a favor. Can you pin Don Mapes' last comment, please? Please do that for me.
Shane said,
no. Hold on. Dave, can you read it? Can you see the screen? It says Dave's new nickname should be Top 5.
I'm gonna have a Top 5 podcast, man. We're gonna do this, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna start launching Top 5 videos throughout the day, man. You're sitting at work, man. You're on that third cup of coffee. I'm gonna set up Top 5 list, bro.
Shane wins top comment. Oh, I agree. Oh.
Hey, so listen. I want to do a little something for everybody that tunes in. Look, we got like 38 subscribers on YouTube. Once we get to 50, I'm gonna pick out of 50 names. We're gonna do 1 through 50. I'm gonna do it live on the show, and I'm personally gonna buy you a shirt by us truly. Personally. Yep. But you got to get to 50. So look, we need y'all to go to YouTube, share it, subscribe and everything. Once we get to 50, our next show, we will pull a name right there. Thank you, Fatty. We will pull a name. Well, actually, it's going to be a number that's attached to a name. That way it'll be fair. And we not entering it. So that's even better because you got 4 subscribers right here. So
yeah. Well, listen, y'all. It was short but sweet. Of course, we got to get out of here. Fatty's got things to do.
Okay, one more thing. No, wait a minute. This is what we wanted. Somebody asked to bring this up, and I'm gonna hurry up and go over it real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, a little bit of Saints news. All right, Jawan Johnson, defensive end Casaponga or whatever, a linebacker Nevi Sewell, and defensive end Chase Young is on physically unable the PUP list. They're on the PUP list. Ramchak, I'm sorry, buddy, but it's time for you to go ahead and hang him up because it looks like he's going to be out for the season. That's what that's looking like right there. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a young man called Jay Ruiz. All right, Jay Ruiz is a young man. He owns Black Reaper. All right, the charter service, fishing, hunting, hogs, the whole 9 yards. Look, man, you got to love a young man that's trying to hustle and do stuff the right way, man. So give a shout out to that man. He takes me hunting all the time. Good kid, man. Good young man. So
awesome.
Good, shout out, Jake.
Well, listen, fellas, it was a pleasure. We'll be back next Thursday night for our regular 1-hour show. Please, like Darren said, make sure to share and like the link on Facebook and also YouTube.
50-50.
Listen, thank you to our producer for Bayou Geeks. Make sure to go like and share his page. Also, Big Easy Mafia. We are their official podcast provider. Just so everyone knows that. Make sure to share and like their link. Good night, fellas. Thank y'all. Who that?
All right, guys. Who that?